Hey, AP Theory, here is a quick preview of your quiz and making sure you are able to analyze an excerpt using Roman numerals and base position symbols, then showing that you understand whether these structures are open or closed. So it's important that you understand, first of all, that a closed note is a distance of less than an octave between the tenor and soprano. It does not matter where the alto is, so that distance needs to be between the tenor and soprano. An open setting is a distance of an octave or more between the tenor and soprano. Again, the alto has to fit within the context of the tenor and soprano, but you are only checking the distance in a single chord. When you look at this, you are analyzing just one chord, not how you got there, not how you're leaving just a single chord. So, when you look at a triad here, we've got a closed structure here where we've got a B flat in the tenor and a C in the bass. This is less than an octave. We also have a closed structure with another B flat and another G. Then we go to an open setting here where you have an A and an A. This is an octave, so that makes it open. Anything more than an octave, anything an octave or more continues to be open. So we're going to have open here. That's an octave there. We have an E flat up to a C. This is now closed. So we have closed, closed, open, open, closed. Now, when you're writing your Roman numerals and base position symbols, you need to do a number of things. First of all, you must stack your triad. We're going to start at an example 4 here. We have a G, we have a D, so that D isn't going to stack in a triad here, it's going to have to be up there. We have a B flat, we have a G, and we have a B, so that's what our triad is. We are in the key of G minor, so this is G, B flat, D, and it's on scale degree 1. So we use the root here of this triad in snowman form to figure out what our root is. Then we assign the Roman numeral. It's on scale degree 1, so we're going to put Roman numeral 1 here. We're going to check the inversion. We have G in the bass, and G is the root, so it's in root position, and it's minor. G, B flat, D. So that's how you figure out what you're doing here. You have to determine whether that Roman numeral is major or minor. You can do that by having memorized your diatonic triads or your diatonic seventh chords, or you can actually stack up the notes and check the intervals. In this case, I'm going to stack the notes and check the intervals. We have G to B flat is a minor third, B flat to D is a major third, so that's a minor triad on scale degree 1, so I've notated it as a lowercase Roman numeral. Next example, it is a closed triad. We already determined that because of the distance from the tenor to the soprano. Now we're going to stack our triad and find the root. We have an E flat, we have another E flat, then we have a G, and then we have a C. So that triad is a C chord. It's C, E flat, and G. In the key of G, that is a 4 chord. So it will be a Roman numeral 4. C up to E flat is a minor third. E flat up to G is a major third, so that's going to be minor, built on scale degree 4. So we're going to have a We're going to have a lowercase Roman numeral 4 here, and we've already determined that it's closed. I'm going to do one more example of this. Our next chord is D, A, F sharp, D. So we have D, then we have F sharp, then we have A. So we have that triad. D, F sharp, A is a major triad, so whatever scale degree it's on will be capitalized. So D, in the key of G minor, we have G, A, B, C, D. So it's scale degree 5 and it's major. So we're going to put a 5 here. You must have your lines here to make sure that we know that it is a major triad. Now we're going to check to see if it's open or closed by checking the distance between the tenor and the soprano. We have a D in the soprano. An octave below that is what we're looking for. So a distance of less than an octave between a tenor and soprano is closed. A distance of an octave or more between tenor and soprano is open. You are just analyzing the one chord, not how you get there, not how you're leaving. It is just whether it is open or closed based on one chord. So an octave below D would be here. Okay? We need to realize that this is more than an octave, so it is going to be an open structure. That's how you go through and figure out whether the chords are open or closed. That's also an order of operations for your for figuring out what Roman numeral you're going to write. Stack your triad, find the root. This gives you the letter name of the chord. In this case, it's a D. Use the root to figure out what scale degree you are. In the key of G minor, D is the 5th scale degree. So we're going to assign a Roman numeral 5. We need to determine whether the Roman numeral is major or minor. So it's going to be capital because it's a major triad, D, F, A. Actually, F sharp A. That F sharp makes it a major triad. We are going to then compare the bass note to the root. D and D are both the same, so there is no inversion there. That should give you a hand on your quiz. You will have to do exactly the same format and order of operation.